Hey guys, it's Becky from thecookierookie.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make my very favorite sauteed asparagus recipe with pancetta. I love pancetta, and this one is loaded with leeks, orange and lemon zest, pine nuts, all the great stuff. It makes a really pretty and delicious side dish for the holidays, but also is a great and healthy, easy recipe for any night of the week. Everyone in the family is sure to love this recipe. Let's get started. We're gonna start by slicing pancetta, and I have actually frozen this ahead of time to make it easier to slice. That's one easy tip. It doesn't get all soggy and on your fingers. I hate messy cooking, so this makes it a little bit easier. I'm just gonna slice it this way and then the other way as well. We don't want too big of pieces in our asparagus. We're gonna start by sauteing the pancetta, and one tip that my mom actually just taught me was you want to start with a cold pan when sauteing anything like bacon or pancetta. That way it won't seize up as soon as you toss it in the pan. So you toss it in the pan, turn on the heat, and then allow it to cook from the start. You'll get a nice even cook on your meats that way. Just be sure you cut all the way through so we're creating those nice pieces of pancetta, and then we're gonna toss them directly into our skillet. We're gonna turn on this heat, and the pancetta actually has enough grease and oils of its own where you don't need to add any extra oil. So we're just gonna let that cook while we chop up our asparagus. For this recipe, we're gonna use about 1-inch pieces of asparagus. So we wanna start by using one, snapping off the end, and that's where the natural break is. So I'm gonna take this as my test asparagus and cut the rest about the same size. Then I'm gonna chop them into 1-inch pieces. We want to discard all of the ends because those are too tough and not delicious. Okay, once all of those are nice and chopped, we're actually going to slice some leek as well. And if you've never sliced leeks before, it's super simple. You can see it's just like this. We're gonna make thin little slices, and we're gonna use about half of this leek for this recipe. Okay, remember that the pancetta is cooking, so check on it once in a while you're chopping up the rest of your veggies. We want it to be nice and crispy, but not overcooked. You might be wondering the differences between bacon and pancetta. And pancetta is kind of the Italian version of bacon, but it is cured and not smoked. It has a lot of salt, so it's perfect for cooking, and I just think it's so delicious when paired with veggies. We're about ready on our pancetta, so we're gonna add our veggies into the skillet. We're also gonna add 2 tablespoons butter. And I've also chopped up some parsley just for some extra flavor. We really don't need a ton of spices in this. It's very simple, and the flavors of the pancetta and the asparagus really shine. Give that a nice toss and let that butter melt. Make sure everything mixes together. We're just gonna let this saute for about 3 to 4 minutes. Let the veggies soften, let all the flavors meld together. And I do not season this with salt until I've tasted it because the pancetta is pretty salty, like I said, so you don't want to over salt it. So it's good to taste first and then decide. Once we have sauteed for a couple minutes, we're gonna add orange zest, lemon zest, pine nuts, and garlic. Finish things off, and we are ready to eat. We're gonna add the garlic so that it has time to flavor the veggies and mix in with that butter. Toss it all together, and then we're gonna add our zest and our pine nuts. These pine nuts are pre-toasted, which I think adds a nice flavor to them. And if you've never zested fruit before, it just adds a nice brightness to any meal. I think it's great with veggies. Alright, that is it. Just toss to combine, let it simmer a little bit more, and we're ready to serve. Find this and other super simple, easy side dishes over on thecookierookie.com.